only crime
a young man, a young man at that age, doing everything he could legally, only to be terminated just in his prime. That's what happened.
They just killed him just like that. I was 8 years old.
Odogu.
So the only thing I'm telling my brother,
the only
thing I'm telling every Nigerian, so thank you, my brother, thank you. I'm telling every Nigerian youth, if they touch your family, please, don't go back to what I went through. I was just a young boy. I couldn't handle a gun. If I was in Nigeria now and they touch my family, I swear I will go back and kill. That's what I'm saying.
Bless you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I am so sorry. I don't think 1 million sorries is gonna actually fix that. But I'm glad that you've managed to turn yourself and your life around to what you are today, because there are so many people that never recovers, and that's it, damage forever. I'm so sorry once again, man.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you so much, and you stay safe, Baba. All right.
Thank you.
And if you think that you have been through it, if you hear other people say personal stories of what Nigeria has done to them, Nigeria actually damages us. If you look around and see what Nigeria has done to a lot of us, if you are to really react according to them, sincerely speaking, that's why somebody said that, we should be great. I mean, we should be thankful that we don't look like what we have been through. That is the highest of it all. 7 children for a 28-year-old, young woman turned widow. And that's true. The trajectory of the life of everyone will automatically change. Now, look at somebody who has been living with that for years. Damn. Hello.
Hello, General. Good evening.
African Wahala. Prince Adewale, how are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, sir. I had to call in to chip in.
I thought I have heard it all. That one really gets to me. I won't lie to you.
Man, to the brother that spoke, my condolences to you and to all other Nigerians that have been through similar life-changing situations. I'm so sorry that this happened. It's unfortunate that we come from according to the words of Adiola, a dystopian. Nigeria is a dystopian society that keeps on giving. We see how the custom officers are working with smugglers. We see the police are armed robbers. Also, Nigeria is a criminogenic society, in the words of Seun Kuti. A criminogenic society is such that your only chances of thriving are if you are a criminal. So if you try to be a good person,
did you see those
your chances of thriving?
Like, those whistleblowers, did you see what the smugglers did to them? It is a sin to be law-abiding in a lawless society.
It is. So people are incentivized to keep on partaking in criminal activities, because if you don't, you will suffer. Your family will be molested. You will be punished if you choose to be a law-abiding citizen. And I'm not saying it's that way for everybody, but for the most people that choose to be law-abiding citizens, they suffer. It's only a tiny fraction of law-abiding citizens in a criminogenic society like Nigeria that do well. So Nigeria encourages everybody to be a criminal. And that's just the fact. It's unfortunate, but that's just the country that we have. And that's why we are angry. For people around the world that are listening to this program, some people don't really understand why Nigerians are no longer patriotic. We are probably one of the least patriotic people in the world. Even Afghanistan citizens, even Somali citizens, Iraq, Syria, they love their country, but we don't even consider ours as a country. It's a contraction. And for those that say, oh, well, but many other countries were created by invaders, and those countries are doing good, and the current inhabitants are proud of their country. Yes, in our own case, it's not that way. And we are not proud of the contraption, because the only thing it does to the vast majority of us is destroy our lives. So, like the last caller said, unfortunately, I agree. It's only violence And people might be surprised this is coming from the African Wahala, but I've come to that conclusion a while ago, but I try to still see if there is a way other than violence to get out of this mess that we're in. But there is no other way. It's only violence. Otherwise, we're going to continue getting crushed, and we're going to continue to jackpot, and we're going to continue to complain because Nigeria will continue to destroy lives. Thank you so much, my General.
Brother, thank you very much as well for, filling in the gap for me there. I would have become so speechless after listening to what Odogu just shared, because me, I have this imaginary mind. It's so powerful, right? That when my mind begins to play the scenario, right? I can't imagine what it was like for a young Odogu at the age of 8. Okay, and then they brought back the news. His father was not a criminal. He wasn't an armed robber. He wasn't engaged in anything illegal. But yeah, he was just a normal young man in his prime. And just like that, they took him away from them.
That's it.
So thank you so much for calling in the African Wahala.
Thank you.
You stay safe.
Thank you, my General.
Have a good one, Baba.
Yes, sir.
If all of us begin to rehearse what Nigeria has taken away from us, there is no way you are going to beat your chests and scream that you are a proud Nigerian, except if you have a mental health problem. Nigeria stole our youth. Nigeria stole our childhood. It stole our youth, and majority of us are just existing for the existence sake. The criminals who have been mortgaging our lives are not having any kind of remorse, regret, or anything. They just believe that as long as they have always been okay, which they believe they will always be okay, as long as they are okay, the rest of us are just pure, crybabies. They'll tell you that, my friend, man up, grew up. And so many other things they used to say to us whenever you try to express your disgust and disappointment in a system, in a supposed system that was supposed to take care of you. From our childhood, they steal everything away from us. Only a few of us will actually reach our potential in life. And it's going to be due to self-sacrifices, not because of this. The system is more or less like a weapon fashioned against us. There's no way you know what or understand what Nigeria has taken away from us, stolen from us. And then you still look back and say, you are a proud Nigerian. Something must be wrong with you. Here is a caller. Hello.
Hello, Mario. Thanks so much.
How are you?
For picking up my call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll say once more, we're so fortunate to actually have your program. Because it's just the only place smart people get their news. There's no doubt about that. The last guy that called about his dad, oh my God.
At the age of 8.
Still trying to process. I was about shedding tears. Like, oh my God. We have licensed. We just have uniform people.
There are tens of thousands of people like that. Children whose childhood were stolen from them. They have to grow fast. Women who were come to widows.
Oh my God. If you open up your call to the whole Nigerians, I guarantee you 60% will come out and tell you, look,
their story.
What's the back? They'll tell you their story, and it's going to be horrible. They'll tell you horrible stories. And the last thing the guy said, look, if they go after your family, I think I called this some time ago. I said, the only thing we could use to take out these people, we have to go with all, because I've checked the whole revolution. Everybody that actually went through one form of revolution or the other, they never went to the table to sign any form of paper.
No.
They never went to the table. We have to somehow take this. Look, the only thing they know is just force. Who said the time without number. That guy said, if they go after your family, please don't hold back. Take your own pound of flesh. Don't hold back. Because if you keep on, you can't get any form of justice in Nigeria. Which where? Do not hold back. I totally 100%. If there's anything more than 100%, I totally agree with him. Take your own pound of flesh. Do not go and maybe shoot them on the leg. Take your own pound of flesh. There's no point. We're not playing a game because it's getting worse. It's not changing. Nothing is changing.
No, as it was 40 years ago, it's the same today, and it's almost going to be forever.
I totally agree. We'll take our own pound of flesh because it's getting out of hand. I can't even just process what that guy just said. I'm still dazed. I'm still confused. Like, what now?
And if people open up what Nigeria has taken from them, if they open up, a lot of us will be dazed, like you said. Like you just be like,
a friend of mine called like 2 days ago. The same thing you just said. If you do anything legal, you're wasting your time. You can't do anything legal, and you
in a lawless society,
you can't. You have to do something illegal.
Did you see that? Did you see the video of those whistleblowers on the smugglers?
I did. I saw. I was like, oh my god. Oh my!
Like, I mean, those guys will just be there. Like, were they trying to be patriotic by alerting the authority that something is happening, only for the authority to release their identities to these guys, and they beat them so bloody that they posted it on social media.
Yeah, but whoever it is that is the boss of the is it custom? They get some kind of kickback from those guys.
They do.
So probably maybe those guys are actually exposing so many times. Probably the money is not coming like it used to, and they had to it looks like these guys they are cutting a corner. They are cutting corners in such a way that we're not getting what we should get, and they have to release their videos and we need to stop these guys because we're not getting the money like we used to.
Damn.
So it's a hellhole. I'm sorry to say it's a hellhole, and do not hold back. Another thing I actually wanted to even say earlier was,
go on, man.
If there's any country that you have their, if any country where you have Lebanese, Indians, Chinese run their industrial sector, go and check it. They use the people as like slaves, and nothing really comes out of that country. I don't know if anybody is noticing that. If you have Lebanese, Chinese, and the Indians, they overrun the sector of the industrial sector of that country and use the people as slaves. And at the end of the day, you think the people will get richer. No. They don't. They don't. So I don't know where we don't have leaders.
Like all these guys who are stealing Nigeria's money, billions and billions of it.
Oh my God.
And they will never invest, say, in manufacturing sector and in any productive sector in Nigeria. They would rather just take the money out.
How?
And then they left the country for the Lebanese, like you said, the Chinese, to use the children of your own citizens as casual laborers in their own country.
There's no way I'm going to bring my $1 billion to Nigeria. What will I get from it?
I won't risk it. If I make it $1 million legitimately, except if I actually get blood money.
What will I get in exchange to that? What will I get? What industry will I run to make? If I put my money into stock exchange, if I give it 10 more years, I guarantee you I probably will be making almost 200,000 or maybe even $500,000 on it. So it will be a waste of time. So there's nobody that is bringing any factory or any industry to Nigeria. There's nobody that will bring any form of investment. It's a total loss. So I listened to this idiot you were interviewing yesterday. Like the idiot that was saying
talking nonsense.
Oh my God! I these are the guys, and it's so I feel so ashamed that these people are Yoruba and are like. Don't you even have any smart Yoruba anymore? Did you notice during Obasanjo, do you know the people that actually run the economy of Nigeria? During that, they are the Igbos. And I wouldn't say they are perfect, but at least measurably, they actually did a
that was the
job.
time that Nigeria actually had any recorded growth, so to say, economically.
Under Obasanjo, yeah, under Obasanjo, there were Igbos that ran it. Under Jonathan, there were Igbos that ran it. Then when we had these criminals, these vampires,
clannish criminals.
And if they even brought in the smart, okay, it's Yoruba, it's Yoruba stone. Okay, bring in the Yoruba, the smart Yoruba now. Just look at Wale Eju. That guy in 2 minutes, just tell him to make some sentence. You just will not, one of them, you can't just understand what he's saying. Listen to the other idiot, the one that runs the central bank. It's a shock. Yeah, it's a shock that the Yorubas, they just
those are not the best brains from the Yoruba land, of course.
Yeah, we're being relegated. Oh my God.
He won't.
He's not. He's not going to hire the best ones because he knows that those guys will actually, they're like, look, we can't deal with this because we'll start looking stupid to start running the economy the way you want us to run it. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much as well, man.
Take care, sir.
Okay, just take it easy, all right? You have a good one.
Have a good one.
I mean, it is what it is. If you put it, mildly, what people say, like, Nigeria is effed up. And I really do feel sorry for some of the younger people in that place. They are mortgaging their future as we speak. They are stealing their childhood, they are stealing their youth. And a lot of them will just wake up and they will be in their 50s. And everything is gone. They've got nothing to show for it. Hello, Baba.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you, Baba?
Fine, thank you. I think people are starting to see what makes me depressed on a daily basis. I heard the last few callers, there's a point of realization that, this thing has to be violent. I've been saying this for the past 3 years. Almost 6 years ago, I said, this Nigerian army, because I was in the Air Force, I know our capabilities. I said, this Boko Haram is being sponsored by government. People were arguing with me. Nobody wanted to hear what I was saying. In fact, they blocked me. They removed me from group chats. I said, if these people outside Nigeria can behave like this, I cannot go back to that country now. 3 years passed. I tried to fight for Nigerians. They went behind my back to go and meet their oppressor, to go and say sorry. You are going back to today. Little by little, people are realizing that, we cannot be civil with these people. We have to be violent. However, it is only the people on the internet, outside abroad, that know this realization. Most of the people in Nigeria, if you talk to them about this thing, if you say all these things, they will argue with you, they will block you, they will not want to hear anything you have to say about being violent. Fela has already said it in a song. You are wearing suits, you are smelling like shit under the hot sun. They still believe they are living in a civil society. You go on internet, you still see people still going to court to go and fight like fools. Which pound of flesh? They are not ready at all. Unfortunately, it is very unfortunate. Over 90% of the population, 95% of the they are not ready. These people still listen to radio. These people still read newspaper. Now, they cannot even afford internet to be able to understand what is going on in their country. They still believe it is a tribal war. Go on Twitter right now. I see Yoruba pages insulting Igbo pages. I see Igbo pages. These people are fighting for engagement. They don't care what happens to the country. These people on Twitter, let the country burn down. They don't care. And they are desperate because they need that money. Maybe they are getting sponsored by government, we don't know. Maybe they are just doing it for the engagement, but we don't know. So the lack of information is just getting worse and worse, and people are just over 200
easily
million
distracted
people
as well, easily.
Yes. So they are not ready at all. See, we are just realizing what Nnamdi Kanu was talking about maybe almost 10 years ago. We are too late.
See how much time we have wasted.
So much time.
We are still not even catching up, though.
Well, exactly. Now look at these foolish APC people. So that we in the diaspora cannot talk, they started paying people in the diaspora to form fake diaspora group.
Yeah.
Saying that people in diaspora are supporting them. As in, these people are bloody, pure evil. I call them evil genius. After I call them evil genius, somebody called after to come and say, they are not genius. How can somebody...